struggled with it, where I was like, why am I on this side of the desk, right? Why am I here and I haven't maybe had as many traumatic or life-changing circumstances or obstacles to overcome as the student that I'm talking to.
So imposter syndrome in a different way.
I had to remind myself that if I wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to be a support to them in where they are right now. And so
very true.
I don't need to feel guilty. I need to feel grateful, and I need to recognize the power of positive influence that I have in this person's life, and to be appreciative for that, and to help them see themselves in the way that I see them, because they're not seeing the beauty, and the power that they have, and they need to hear that, because sometimes you're the first person that's ever pointed it out. You're the first person who's ever, or even just verbalized it. Other people may have seen it, but they never put it into words. And so I'm a firm believer that words matter, and that if you're thinking it, you need to say it. Don't assume that somebody knows how wonderful or amazing that they are. Never assume that.
Because I love that.
Most people don't. Most people, or they don't give themselves credit for it.
No, so we've got scripts in our head.
Yes. And a lot of times it's the negative, scripts, and that good old mixtape of all the negative, of all the negative things somebody has said, where it could be 99 people said something positive, and there's that one person that said something so, ugly and critical and judgmental, and it could have been 10, 15, 20 years ago, but we keep moving that person up in the playlist and making sure they get more airtime than the other 99 people who said positive, supportive things. So you have to remember that you have to drown out, the negativity that somebody may be replaying, in their head. And don't assume that your words don't make an impact, because they do. Your words and your actions need to be consistent with, the words that you're expressing, and your genuineness of what you see and what you believe, in the potential of others.
I love that. It's from not enough to not yet.
Exactly.
I like that. That's really beautiful. Is there any other areas in your life besides your job that you've had to kind of have that for yourself from others, where you played the other side of that role?
I think, when you're in a family, you always learn new amazing things about yourself.
You're so optimistic.
And raising a child who's now in college. So I think, I put a lot of time and energy into my job, because it's not just a job to me. It's about people, and it's about changing lives.
Absolutely.
And I've also learned over the years that there's some things that I have to let go at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, because ultimately, my responsibility is to, the people that I share a home with,
Sure.
and that I've brought into this world. So if I'm not making them my top priority, then I'm doing them a disservice, and I'm doing myself a disservice.
It's not something that's in line with your values to do that.
Right. Because if I'm preaching and I'm living, the gospel of, humanity, and helping people see their potential, and making a positive impact in their lives, and helping them have better lives, if I'm not doing that with the people who live in my own home, then I'm not being true, to who I am at the core of my being, so my commitment, and my ultimate responsibility is to the family, that I've created, to my husband and my daughter, to help them, be the best humans they can be, and for me to be the best human I can be with them, because we're the team at take care of each other. And if the rest of the world went away, they're the people that I need and want and love the most. So.
And yes, I think that's a beautiful start. Start here first, right? Start home,
Right.
start here, and then that lifts you to do your potential. I just saw in my head all these rays of light going out, and the only way those can go out is if I'm taking care of me and mine.
Right. Right. And it's true. I mean, living by example. You know, if I'm telling, you know, my husband or my daughter, you know, you're a person too. I know you care about people, and you know, you want to help people, but you have to remember you're people too. And so you have to take care of yourself, and you have to set good boundaries, and you have to recognize your strengths and your potential, and you know, serve, you know, your passions. If I'm preaching it but I'm not living it, then why would they listen to me? You know, or if they're feeling like I love and care for others more than I care for them, that's not good. That's not who I want to be. You know, if they feel like my work, or, you know, with others, or work with students, or, you know, my job is a priority over them, then that's not the message, and that's not, you know, the values that I want to be conveying, because that's not the truth. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, they're always number one.
So I guess it's a little bit like, well, certainly we as therapists can relate that if you're called to sit in front of someone to lift them up, you better be doing what it takes to lift yourself up.
Right.
Because
right.
It definitely can take its toll if you're not doing that. And I'm called daily to prioritize, you know, my mental health, how someone might speak to me, constantly having to remind, you know, what my worth is, so that I can maintain and hold on to me to be able to lift others up in what I do as a therapist.
Right. And it's, you know, it's so hard when you're a counselor, and you're a servant, and when you're just a beacon of humanity. You just take it all in.
Yes.
And the world can just drain you, because you want to hold everyone in your heart, and you want to take everyone in, and you want everyone to be treated with respect and equity, and to have the same opportunities, and for everyone to feel as beautiful and amazing as they should and as they can be. And so it's hard when, you know, again, the universe is not cooperating, you know, and the rest of humanity is not cooperating with your philosophy and with how you want the world to be, and how you want people to be able to live in the world, and just have the basic human needs that they deserve, and have the respect that they deserve. And you want everyone to be treated in a way that you feel like, you know, is just. And it's hard to live in a world that is unjust, when you're someone who is just a champion for justice and humanity.
Yes, every human deserves a basic level of respect. And we've got just a few more minutes left. It has really flown by. I hope it has for you too, Tracy.
It has. I could talk to you forever.
Same.
Tammy Terrell.
Same. We're good at this talking stuff. We're really good at this talking stuff. You know, and I would really love if you would at least consider maybe doing more shows about different topics with me. You know, I love it. What I want to do is present the other side, an in-depth view to the podcast world of some of these topics that a lot of us aren't privy to getting to see the other side, and that's what's beautiful to me in general. How can folks get a hold of you if they want to reach out?
Absolutely. So my email at North Central Texas College, which I don't think I mentioned that earlier, because I think I probably just said NCTC, like assuming everybody in the world
that's
knows
true.
what
I didn't
NCTC
notice
is,
that.
right?
You're right.
North Central Texas College. I'm happy for anybody to contact me if they're just wanting to know more about how can I pursue, education or training or what are my options. Even if you're not in Texas, it's okay. I mean,
that's true.
I'm an advocate for education, so I want to help you get connected with whatever opportunities are going to help you, in whatever part of the world you're in to have access to the education and training and career opportunities you need. So it's T. Fliniken. It's T-F as in Frank, Lenniken at nctc.edu. Or you can even do our generic advising email address, which is advising@nctc.edu.
That's beautiful. I love that. And like I said, please consider, coming back on to join me. I'm sure there's a myriad of topics we can talk about for hours and hours.
You do not have to wind far to get me going.
Right. Say about things that we love and are passionate about.
Yes. Yes, so, absolutely.
Thank you. I will let you actually end your day and get some sleep there in Gainesville.
I know, you're starting your day, so I appreciate you starting your day with me.
It was a blessing. Thank you so much, and you guys be blessed, and please follow Texas Desert Rose for more topics of interest. Take care.
Thank you, Tammy.